Good morning. Today is Friday, March 27th. It is day 10 on your calendar. We are almost 2 weeks through this 3 weeks that we are off school here, so we only have one more week to go next week, so keep working hard. Not a whole lot to do today. Yesterday, on Thursday, you should have read chapter 4 of The Watsons Go to Birmingham. It's kind of an interesting chapter. Today we have a couple assignments that go along with that. So the first one today is to fill out the note-taking sheet. You've had to fill out a couple of those already. On the top, there's a box for the setting. Setting's not super important for this chapter, but you can still go ahead and write a few details in there. Then the characters. I think we learn quite a bit more about maybe Byron in this chapter, and possibly, Kenny as well. Okay, so what are some new things we might have learned about them? Or maybe what are some things that we already know about them, but it just we learn more that they are in fact that way. Okay, it kind of solidifies that's how they are. Then there's the box for the summary. You don't need to do that since you did your summary yesterday. Then at the bottom, there is a box for a prediction of upcoming events. I don't have the book here with me right now, but if you look at chapter 5, look at that title and make a prediction about what could happen next. In case you need, here's what that page looks like. Try to get there. So that's what that page looks like. Then after that, you have the Chapter 4 Comprehension and Analysis question page. So on this one, you'll have 3 questions to answer. The first 2 are just comprehension questions. Did you understand what you were reading? So the first question there says, how did Byron do Kenny a favor by telling Joetta the story about the garbage trucks? That was early on in the chapter. Byron actually kind of did Kenny a little bit of a favor by telling Joetta that story. So how did that work out? Remember, answer these with complete sentences, please. Number 2, how did Larry Dunn disguise the fact that he had Kenny's gloves? Why did Larry Dunn need them? So he disguised that he had Kenny's gloves. What did he need Kenny's gloves for? Then lastly, this is your analysis question. So for this question, you should have a claim, have evidence from the book that's cited with the page number, and then you should explain that evidence and have a conclusion sentence as well. The prompt for chapter 4. So far, Byron and Kenny have not had the greatest relationship. How do we know that Byron really cares about Kenny, even though it might not seem like it most of the time? Okay, so I think there was an earlier instance in the book, and definitely a couple instances in this chapter, where I think even though Byron is mean to Kenny a lot of the time, as his older brother, we see some situations where it shows that Byron actually does care about Kenny, and kind of sticks up for him sometimes. So think about that question. Remember, try to use evidence from the chapter in your answer. And that is pretty much it for ELA today. On Monday, we'll go ahead with chapter 5, which is one of my favorites from the book. For social studies today, you don't have anything new other than just keep working on that journal and diary, kind of explaining what this time has been like for you. I'm continuing to try to work on mine, so let's just keep trying to work on that. One other thing I want to mention, kind of a popular technology tool that's being used by a lot of teachers right now is Zoom. Some of you may have used that already, but I'm going to try to do a Zoom meeting with the 6th grade class on Monday. I have never used Zoom, so there could be it might not go the smoothest, okay, but I want to at least try it and see if that's something that maybe we could do together in the future, okay? So I'm going to have a Zoom meeting on Monday, and I'm thinking about 10 a.m., so 10 in the morning. So I'm going to send a link out to my Zoom account or something. And I think all you'll have to do is go ahead and click that link, and it should let you get into my Zoom class at 10 a.m. on Monday. So I'm going to send that link on the Remind app. I'll put it on Google Classroom. Maybe I probably won't put it on YouTube because I don't know if I want the whole internet knowing what our class is. But I'll probably send it out via Remind and also on Google Classroom. So pay attention for that. And we'll try to have a Zoom class on Monday just to kind of, I guess, just kind of talk with each other and then kind of talk about the book some, what we've read so far. So I'm looking forward to trying that. I forgot my shout out, so I'm going to give my shout out now. I want to give a shout out to my step brother in law, who is a nurse down in the Dayton area in one of the hospitals down there. Um, he typically helps out with patients after they've had surgeries. So he's actually had less hours here recently, but he expects that his hours are going to go up soon with the whole coronavirus thing going on. So I want to give him a big shout out and thank you for, putting himself out there on the line during these difficult times. So uh, with that being said, it looks like the weather this weekend's not supposed to be all that great. It looks like it's supposed to rain quite a bit tomorrow. But it is supposed to be a little warmer on Sunday, and I don't think it's supposed to rain. So if you get a chance, get outside, um, get some exercise, do something a little different rather than just being cooped up in the house. So I hope everybody has a great Friday, and I hope everybody has a great weekend. And hopefully, I'll get to see all of you on Monday. Have a great day.